final spot in the wild card race. Up for grabs today, and it comes down to the Falcons and the Seahawks.
In the AFC, 4 teams are competing for the 2 wild card spots. The Bills, a chance to reach the playoffs.
Ravens and Titans both in with victories over the Bengals and Jaguars, respectively.
18 seconds to go. Bortles throws it deep down the middle. Intercepted! And the Titans are going to the postseason.
The Titans are going to the playoffs. The question is, will the Bills join them?
Wild day in the NFL. A devastating beat in Baltimore, which means the Bills are in.
Got a man wide open over there. He's got a touchdown, Buffalo.
Bills win 22-16. They clinched the wild card berth.
Congratulations to everyone. It's been a long time coming. Really, our players and our fans. Just congratulations. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Atlanta beats Carolina. They clinch the 6th seed in the wild card. You're in the dance. Rams, here comes Atlanta.
We had a number of guys, playing their hearts out today. So I'm proud of the effort, really excited to be in, and now we've got more work to do.
Weekend Encore is brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Great stuff there from Week 17, and then there is the other side of the coin. Chuck Pagano is out in Indy. He spent 6 years with the Colts, compiled a 53-43 record, made the playoffs in each of his first 3 seasons, but missed out in his final 3. 2017 was his first season under 500. Meantime, just minutes after losing to the Chargers in LA, Jack Del Rio was fired as Raiders head coach. Del Rio was in charge for 3 seasons. Oakland went 12-4 last year, their most wins in a season since 2000. What a tough business.
Spoke with Mark Davis after the game, and Mark let me know that he's not going to be bringing me back. And so he told me, loved me, and appreciated all that I did to kind of get this program going in the right direction, but that he felt the need to change. I told him how much I appreciated the opportunity he gave me, and I mean that. Very grateful. My childhood team, but it's a results business. I understand that.
And that may just open the door for the big one. Coaching change in the Bay Area. Adam Schefter joins us now. He's been feverishly working the phones. Jack Del Rio fired. Adam, means what?
It means that John Gruden is going to be the next head coach of the Oakland Raiders. Because you don't make that move with Jack Del Rio and relieve him of his duties unless you are convinced that you can go and get John Gruden as your next head coach. And John Gruden has always had a desire to come back and coach the franchise that traded him away in 2001. Mark Davis has always had a fascination with John Gruden, and I would bet that they allow the week to go by, allow John to work the playoff game, the wild card game on Saturday that will be broadcasting here on ESPN and ABC. And then after that, I would think that he gets introduced as the next head coach of the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders.
A lot of incentive for him maybe to get involved there. We know Chuck Pagano, Adam, is out in Indy. Where do the Colts turn now?
Listen, I think that the biggest thing that franchise has is a quarterback. And the biggest thing it has to do is protect that quarterback and give him the best resources available. We saw what Sean McVay did for Jared Goff this year. They're going to want, I believe, an offensive mind to come in there and to help get Andrew Luck healthy and back on track again. You could look around the league at all the offensive guys who will become available. You got Matt Nagy, the Chiefs offensive coordinator, Frank Reich and John DeFilippo in Philadelphia, Josh McDaniels in New England, Tom Cable in Seattle. There are a lot of names with offensive backgrounds. But to me, when they make a move, I would think that they're going to hire somebody that places a priority and a premium on maximizing the production of Andrew Luck.
A team that has the number 3 pick in the NFL draft coming up in April. A busy Sunday around the NFL and many more moves expected. Adam Schefter with us tonight on SportsCenter.
No ownership stakes at stake for players on Sunday, but numerous players with a chance at cashing in on contract incentives like Marshawn Lynch. Only needs 10 yards to have 800 for the year and get him $600,000. Again, the base is pretty low, so they figure if you get 800, then you should be here, where you should be, and that's what happened. 101 rushing yards on the day, so yeah. All right.
Crew went all out tonight.
So that's a nice check, $600,000. All right, Adam Thielen needs 5 catches to get 90 on the year, make a cool $250,000. And that's good for the coaches to take care of their players as well. They give you so much loyalty with their body, and that's $250,000 for Adam as he has 6 catches on the day. LeGarrette Blount needs just 21 rushing yards to make $300,000. Get him to $750 for the season. And again, party at LeGarrette's house.
Yeah.
No need to bring your own pom-poms. He'll take care of that. $300,000 for LeGarrette as he reaches his plateau. Orleans Darkwa needs 153 rushing yards against Washington and 4 yards per carry on the year for $200,000. That seemed like a big get, but that's how you take care of it. Both of them with a 75-yard run. Gets you halfway there. Certainly takes care of the yards per carry average. All right. Orleans, $200K. Now, this is a big one. Eric Weddle, make the Pro Bowl. Ravens make the playoffs. He makes $1 million. Already made the Pro Bowl. And they're in great shape. Hey. Oh. Yeah, I got $1 million.
Wait.
We're going to the... Whoa, there's a flag on the play. Okay, well, $1 million... Oh, okay. $1 million out the window. But now it's 4th and 12. I'm 1 play away for $1 million. And you know it's on his mouth. It's got to be. And he's like, oh, no. No! Come back. $1 million.
It's hard to hold serve against Baker Mayfield.
Georgia comes in very confident.
We've had 2 great games that have come down to the last play of the game both years.
We get Clemson, Alabama, part 3. A familiar setting, iconic in the college football landscape. The 104th Rose Bowl, however, will have unfamiliar foes. Georgia and Oklahoma have never met before. Sports Center on the road, brought to you confidently by Rocket Mortgage from Quicken Loans. Bruce Davis, Kirk Herbstreit here. So, semifinals in this playoff era. This is the 4th year of the college football playoff. Save the Alabama-Ohio State game the first year. Really haven't been competitive. Doesn't feel that way this time. Let's talk about this game first. Georgia and Oklahoma here in Pasadena. What's the biggest key in your judgment?
Well, it was such a big layoff, so much hype and build-up. You know, everybody wants to talk about Baker Mayfield and the Oklahoma offense, how prolific they've been against that SEC Georgia defense. But honestly, I think the story could be on the other side of the ball. The power running of Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, and that big offensive line, true freshman quarterback in Jake Fromm against Oklahoma's defense. I think the Sooners are tired of hearing about how are you going to match up physically against this Georgia offense, and they're going to come in with smoke coming out of their ears. Are they going to be too aggressive and open up opportunities for Jake Fromm in the passing game? That's something to keep an eye on in this game.
I talked to Mike Stoops today, and he said, we got tired of just chasing guys around. This feels like football. Yeah, they've enjoyed the preparation for Georgia. Meanwhile, Alabama and Clemson are quite familiar with one another. For the 3rd straight year in the postseason, they will meet. Alabama's had to deal with all kinds of injuries on defense. Clemson has transitioned very well from Deshaun Watson to Kelly Bryant. What decides this game?
Remember last year at the end of this game, we talked about how Alabama couldn't get off the field, their own defense, and they struggled because Deshaun Watson, I don't know how many snaps he went up to, close to 100 snaps.
99 snaps.
And they wore down at the end of that game. A lot of that had to do with Jalen Hurts not being able to convert on 3rd down. Can they do a better job of protecting their own defense by converting and keeping the ball away from that up-tempo offense of Clemson? Remember, Clemson rotates a ton of bodies on both sides of the ball with the idea of being fresh in the 4th quarter. And there's been a lot of talk about Bama's health here. They got some linebackers back. They're going to need them because if Clemson cranks that tempo up and they convert with Hunter Renfrow on 3rd down, that Alabama defense, could it be deja vu dealing with, again, the tempo and guys getting tired late in that game?
And even at full strength, Alabama's not nearly as deep as it's been on defense the last couple of years. First down for Alabama on offense also will be very important to keep it to 3rd and short if they can. What a great pair of college football playoff semifinal games that will start in Pasadena. Of course, you'll get ready. Parade, the field, game, great day. Part of Americana. Great way to ring in 2018. Now that's a headgear. Corso tried that one. Maybe a headgear made completely of roses.
Can't wait for that, guys. Elsewhere, we are going to need a new running back. Penn State superstar Saquon Barkley headed to the NFL. He made the announcement Sunday night. A consensus All-American, Barkley could be the #1 overall pick. Ran for 1,271 yards, 18 touchdowns this season. He also hauled in 52 passes. Not surprising, Barkley would jump to the NFL. Mel Kiper has him as the #1 player on his big board. Minka Fitzpatrick, the robot, at #2. Rosen Darnold available for the Browns, should they choose to go there with Barkley at 1 and a quarterback at 4.
Thunder had a good December, looking to close it out. Should be able to take care of the Mavericks at home. Thunder's big three has been playing better. Westbrook really the centerpiece of it all. 17 points in the first half. Almost had a triple-double in the first half. Paul George having a career year shooting threes. Maybe one reason why is he's more open playing with Westbrook. He's shooting 43% from 3. Carmelo, okay, he's always been about an average three-point shooter. Shooting 35% this year, that is league average. But he was 4 of 7. They both were 4 of 7 shooting 3. In the fourth quarter now, what Q to full is to PG County, Russell Westbrook is to the Thunder. High-volume shooter on Sunday, 17 of 28. Triple-double, ties the game at 108. Dennis Smith Jr., not a great three-point shooter this year in his rookie year, the 9th overall pick, but he was 3 for 5 on Sunday. A couple of chances for the Thunder to tie it. They're down 3. There's one chance for Russ Snow. He had 38 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists, but didn't make any threes. They could have used one there down the stretch, and so the Thunder fall to the Mavericks at home. Again, what a year for Westbrook. According to Elias, he became the first player ever to score 2,000 points. We're talking about the calendar year. 800 rebounds, 800 assists. First player ever do that in a single calendar year. Only other player to come close, always Oscar Robertson, his comparable, who fell 2 assists shy in 1962, 35 assists shy in 1963.
Well, Booch, final week of the NFL season gave us some incredible moments, but the top 10 isn't just about football. The sizzle you need to start 2018 is coming at you next.